Hello guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'll be doing a couple of episodes. First episode I'm going to do sort of you can see initial impression on a fragrance house that is from Middle East. And these fragrances I received a few days back. They were sent to me by Samawa Perfumes and the owner Mr. Ismail himself. So I'm very honored. Thank you so much brother for contacting me. And I'm actually going to do 3 episodes on 6 fragrances because 6 in 1 video is going to be too many in one video, and then let's say one per video is going to be like you want to see a little bit more in one. So I thought like let's go 2 by 2. So I'm going to pick today two of my favorites from this 6. I was testing them and they are really interesting. Okay, so basically you guys know like Middle Eastern fragrances, they are known for a few things. One thing would be some fragrances are inspired by something very popular designer or niche in the mainstream game. Let me get a fragrance. Actually, I probably just remember just now. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that because I forgot to bring one bottle. So that is part of this review. So usually they are known for that, doing inspired fragrances, and then second thing they are known for oud. Middle Eastern fragrances are like really beast mode. They use realistic oud, a rose combination, and then third thing, another thing is the fragrances are in general very good performers. So we'll see what fragrances we have today. And these two, I don't think anybody is selling in Bangladesh just yet, but pretty much in Middle Eastern countries. In Dubai, I think is a price around 28, 30 US dollars, equivalent to that range. Okay, so first one I'm going to show you. These are very beautiful presentations and very meaningful also. Okay, so this is called 9 to 5, and this is called PM. Okay, so perhaps I don't know, daytime version, all blanche style. This is 120 mil. Amazing Creation is the line name by Samawa Perfumes, and this is for office wear. They wrote it. Bit difficult to see because white and the light is also, yeah. So it is a nice little presentation. It's kind of like this niche presentation like Amouage or some of the other Tom Fords. It's all the notes are mentioned and it says Emirates. Okay, and inside I took out the bottle already. They give this is the podium. Bottle stays very secure, and then they give this beautiful touch, which I rather want to see from other houses, which mention the notes pyramid. Okay, which is very convenient. You don't have to double guess or like guess and all that. So basically this one I'll show you the bottle. Let me tell you, they have notes of top notes of bergamot, apple, wild lavender, then orange blossom, lily of the valley, cinnamon, vanilla, tonka beans, amber, and patchouli. Okay, so uh, curated refreshing aroma to keep you stay focused all day. Pretty nice. I mean, some of these to you can be a little bit unnecessary information, but I think this is good. Gives you an idea like what kind of fragrance is going to be. The bottle is relatively simpler, but it has this nice frosted look. The bottle feels very cold. It's in my room, it's cold, but the frosted glass looks like ice. Okay, and all the information is mentioned. Okay, the cap here is very beautiful magnetic cap, which I really like. Then I don't think there's any sticker or anything. Basically, Middle Eastern fragrances do not give stickers under the bottle usually. So this thing, atomizer is good. Check out the atomizer, really good pressured atomizer. And these are for $30. I don't think these are doing any injustice. Very good, heavy bottle. So the thing is, one other thing I need to clarify, because nowadays people want to know if this is a sponsored video, if they paid me, or I'm doing this pro bono, or doing my own thing. I'm doing my own thing. So even the 6 fragrances, some of them gonna be missed, some of them gonna be hit, right? But I'll pick them based on my nose. It's up to you how you perceive it. But always the best test is try a fragrance and your nose will not lie to you. Okay, so test a fragrance on yourself on paper and then make a decision. So I told you the notes, and this fragrance 120 mil, which is very significant because usually we suffer maybe from poor performance from fragrance in warmer states. So 20 ml extra, you can always afford to spray more, it will last you longer. So this thing is interesting because it's a very familiar scent. The first fragrance I recognized out of the 6 was this one, which it is similar to. So I'm not going to say perhaps it's a clone or anything, but it's very similar to one of my favorite perfumes, which is discontinued now. This is called Jean Paul Gaultier Ultra Male. Nowadays, I'm still disturbed a little bit by the ongoing situation in the country. So sometimes I may say the wrong names, or I may look upset. I may just forget stuff. I do apologize. Okay, it will take some time for us to be normal and the country to be back to normal. So luckily for me, these fragrances, I had 2 bottles. I always had the BPI version. Okay, BPI versions mean the very first version, the vintage, and these bottles were never cheap. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male was the original. This is a flanker to that. It had no note of pear, lot of vanilla, uh, like lavender, and some sweet notes. I find like even at times there was a beautiful pineapple accord to my nose. More than pear, I smell pineapple in that. So that is a very popular fragrance in 2016-17 era. But then a lot of other fragrances came out, so it kind of lost some popularity, and nowadays it's very expensive. It's almost double the price. So for the solution, we already had this one, Afnan 9 p.m., which is now very old. Like now, in terms of year, I have this one just left, and this is my very first, I think, old batch vintage. So this thing usually are known for performance. So this one I said it's close to ultra male, but I prefer ultra male in smell. But for value and performance, I prefer Afnan 9 p.m. So after 9 p.m. now has been a little bit reformulated, a little bit lacking the performance, not as beast as before, but still a good perform. I'll compare this with that. So this is also in the line of those, but there are some differences. This is not exactly the same opening as Ultra Male. It's not as powdery. It's not as feminine. This one has a little bit more crisp, watery, uh, like sweet, but at the same time not so fruity. So this is a little bit different in the opening. I would say about percentage wise, maybe 12 to 15% difference. So it's not exactly the same opening as either one of those, 9 p.m. or Ultra Male. But as you let it settle down on your skin, when you start smelling the dry down, it smells a lot like Ultra Male to my nose. Okay, so the notes aside, very simplistic. This is a very nice fragrance if you like for the daytime. Ultra Male basically was more of a winter scent. This thing I think you can wear for the summer days because of the cooling notes. So let me have some water because I think something bothering my throat. Sorry about that. I didn't even pause the video. Sorry. So I feel this could be a icy or cooling take on Ultramel, which has decent longevity too. I worried heat and humidity is very high, as I told you before, but it lasted very decent time. I would say in terms of the hours in Bangladesh condition, 4.5 hours on the shirt and skin combined. On the skin, less than the shirt. So if you, let's say, ask me on normal weather, how does it translate in your part of the world? Let's say there's no much humidity, not much pollution. This will easily go up to 6-7 hours. That is equivalent to our 4 to 5. Okay, always at 2 hours. And in winter time, early days of fall, this will last around that time in our country conditions. So for the price is not bad at all. So you may say after 9 p.m. has about $35, $45 now price tag. Out of the two, which one do I prefer? I would say both are great. I would not say which one I pick up one after another, one by one over the other. Both are great. This is still good. I really like this stuff because it's been with me for a very long time. Perhaps in terms of performance, the vintage lasted like 8 hours plus, so could be. But the new formulation is, I think, almost up par with this. So this thing, what I understand by this fragrance is it could be used for daytime. It says office wear. You can wear it for office. You'll be the sweet guy. You'll be the pleasant guy, like smell like Zara fragrances. Like when you walk by and people know that you're wearing a decent cologne and you smell like a humble, soft-spoken guy. But if you go wear this in club, I would say wear Ultra Male over this because Ultra Male has more of a party clubbing vibe. This thing is more of a like how to say formal take on Ultra Male. It's not as wild. The fruitiness is there. It's very pleasant, enjoyable, safe fragrance, I would say. Okay, so the powderiness is not so much on this. It's more transparent, which is a good thing for summer. So overall, this fragrance is one of my favorite from the six, and I give this fragrance a high score of 9 out of 10, especially for two reasons. One is the smell wise is very fine, then the presentation is good, and then the bonus point is for this. Okay, the notes pyramid. These are little details that make a fragrance that more makes more sense to customers. So second one I'm gonna go is not exactly the same presentation, but the name I think is kind of same, and I show you the box is not also the same, a little bit different. Okay, so the next one is called 9 to 5 p.m. Okay, in terms of combination, the white one is the first one, second one is this with this nice little tag here. There's the first difference. You see the box, and this second difference is this 100 ml. Both are EDP concentration. This is 100 ml. So this they say is party wear, and I actually sprayed the fragrance on the box, as you can see, for testing on my skin. Both the dry down is there, and this is a very nice fragrance. Okay, at first I thought it's two fragrances in one, but there's a third fragrance which is interesting, and the dry down told me the story. Okay, this is what I like. Side it has some detailing. You're gonna get all that when you buy the package. You'll get this nice packaging, and I don't think they offer testers. Okay, So this one, when you open it, they also have the same thing. Okay, out of the six, I think almost all of them have the notes pyramid. Okay, so typically the bottle stays in there. This is also from Samawa Perfumes. Okay, and I think he knew that he picked up some of the best ones before he sent them to me. Okay, so here is the notes breakdown. Very nice. So this one has bergamot, cinnamon, nutmeg, dates, praline, tuberose. Sometimes my spec is okay. Better. Mahonial, I don't know what that is. Vanilla, tonka beans, amberwood, myrrh, benzoin, and akigala oud. Akigala oud. So this is interesting. This is how the bottle looks. This bottle is pretty much dark. It gives you an idea it's going to be a dark theme fragrance, but it's not really. Okay. This is a very heavy bottle, nice glass. I don't think they look the same. They look different, right? Yeah, they look different. Okay, but the name wise, box presentation wise, you get the idea that maybe they are related. Not much. Both sweet. That's the only same, I would say, similarity. Cap is very heavy. Magnetic. No, this is not magnetic. This is metallic. And this fragrance, let me wear it on my skin. This is actually a beast mode fragrance. Okay, sprayer is good, just like the pressure atomizer. Okay, very strong, very good quality sprayer. So thing is, if you see the notes breakdown, it might give you that, maybe looking at the presentation, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be oud, like a dark, Middle Eastern style perfume. But no, this fragrance is a surprise. First time I sprayed this, very first thing my nose picked was this blast of honey. Okay, which is it mentioned on the thing? I don't think so. It says bergamot, cinnamon, and okay, maybe the cinnamon perhaps. Okay, but I got a strong similarity to Orgean by Parfum de Marly, and Orgean has that honey, and then it has kind of like a booziness, little bit of sweetness. It's a very nice cinnamon. So I think Ambre Nargile by Hermes. I could be wrong with that information, but I think it's similar to this one. So thing is, I said this fragrance is perhaps a combination of Parfum de Marly, the Ojan, and then also another fragrance came to my mind was Armani Stronger With You Oud. That one has a similar color combination, but not because of the color combination. The smell. Always judge. I smell and I try to imagine like where did I smell this before? Is it similar to something? It's easier for people to understand rather than just going deep down in the notes like, hey man, the cinnamon is from Tunisia and the other one is flower is from Morocco, and then you'll be like, I never been to those countries. I don't know how they smell like. No disrespect to notes breakdowns, but just checking the mic is on or not, because it happened. Disaster happened before. Like I did 2 3 videos and then suddenly I'm like, oh, no sound. So this thing, to my nose, up to that point I was very happy, and when I wore it, this one lasts definitely longer than the AM1. I'm sorry, PM1. The M1, it's more dark, it's opulent, it's sweet. Sweeter fragrances last longer. So this is less sweet. That one was more fresh. This is less sweet. Sorry, more sweet, less fresh. But when I saw the notes, I mean the dry down, very far dry down on the box. Okay, yeah, this thing is telling me a story. So the third surprise is this fragrance has a DNA of Angel Share, which is in my cupboard. I don't feel like getting up one second, but I know all of you know. By Kilian's Angel Share is one of the most popular perfumes, my favorite from the line. So if you imagine all three, Stronger With You Oud, Angel Share, and then also Wojan a little bit with that cinnamon honey combo, this is that fragrance with enormous power. Price wise, this one I think I did not check on all, but could be around $30 $35 within this price range. Maybe during the discount time, maybe it can come down to 30, right? So 100 ml EDP is nothing to be said about, because I think they knew the concentration on this is a little bit more intense than the PM. So the AM one, it 100 ml is not an issue. You just put 2 to 3 sprays, it will definitely project a lot. But one good thing, it's not like annoyingly cloying. Some of the fragrance in Middle Eastern countries, like you put and the rose is too strong, or some fragrances just have that loudness. Some of you enjoy it, but for me, I don't like extraordinary loud fragrances, which is nauseating or gives me headache. Such fragrance would be something like what would be a fragrance? Maybe Salvatore Ferragamo Vomo. If I put too much of it, I get a headache, right? So this thing is really good. This thing is very impressive, and I think for winter this would be great. Nighttime it would be great if it's a little bit breezy. If you wear this in clubbing, also great. But dating, it's a very sexy fragrance. So even if you think the bottle is kind of like not inspiring or sexy or sleek enough, the juice in there is very good. So the sweetness, very nice sweet fragrance for me, and I think this is also a great perfume. So out of the six, perhaps this is one of my most favorites as well. 9.5 for this fragrance called 9 to 5 p.m. So these are the two that I want to talk about. But upcoming days, if I do the other four, they may not get this high score for a reason that some of them have oud, rose, they have mix of things. So not all the notes are my favorite, but these two are my top favorites. I could have given the last one as number like 10 out of 10, but there are things you can leave. If you really really think like, oh, it's a masterpiece, I cannot live without, that's okay. But what I smell in both of these, they're very, very easy to love and like. These two definitely are more interesting. So check them out, and I'll finish the video here. And do let me know if you tried any Samawa perfumes. And to my knowledge, some of the perfume reviewers at this house, they make fragrances for them. And I know I'm not going to reveal the names. I know certain reviewers house is like respectably made by this house. So their house is very well reputed. I've seen Mr. Smile with I think the royal family of UAE, Dubai, the prince, and then the royal guests they come, and they're like a big house. So definitely check it out. And with I wish them a lot of success and more success basically. But one other thing, once again, if you blind buy something, you have to take that risk based on what we say or someone said something. You buy something and even if you feel $30 is a waste, you feel disappointed that way. I highly urge, despite the reviews, you have some information, get a sample or go to their outlet if they have any, and then try on your skin and see if it's good. Have a nice day. See you soon. Bye bye.